Alright, in this section here we're going to be adding and subtracting rational expressions. So let's get started. And of course we always start with something easy. How about 5 over 2x plus 7 over 2x? Alright, so let's get this into one single fraction here. What you do, since we have both a common denominator, we're going to rewrite that. That would be just 2x, and then we add both numerators together. And of course we would simplify this down to 12 over 2x, but we can't stop there because 2 goes into 12 6 times. So there you go. Simplified all the way down. Alright. Let's see here. What about 5a over 3d minus 6a over 3d? So we have common denominator, so we can write that, and we'll have 5a minus 6a. And of course 5a minus 6a is just negative a in the numerator over 3d. But then we can take this negative and bring it out front. It's always the proper thing to do. And there you go. Alright. So we are moving right along until that happens, because I always forget to add the layer. 6x over 2x plus 4 plus 4x over 2x plus 4. Now we have a common denominator. I'm going to go ahead and rewrite it down here. We have a common denominator of 2x plus 4. And of course we just add the numerators. This would be 6x plus 4x. And of course we can write that as 10x over 2x plus 4. Now, we're still not finished. As you can see here, we can factor a 2 out, or we can also look at it this way. 2 goes into 10, 2 goes into 2, and 2 goes into 4. And let's just do that. 2 goes into 10, we got 5 times. Of course, 2 goes into 2 one time, so it's just left with an x, and 2 goes into 4 2 times. Alright. As long as the number goes into all three of these numbers, then we're good to go. Okay. We are good to go. Alright. Let's actually scroll up so we get the title of what's going on here. Oh my gosh, I always forget that. Can't get a habit started. Let's see, 5 over x minus 1 plus 4 over 1 minus x. And what we're going to do here is I'm going to factor a negative out of this guy right here. It doesn't matter, I could factor a negative out of here, but I'm going to do it out of this one. So 5 over x minus 1 plus, factoring out a negative 1, that leaves us with negative 1 plus x. Of course we need to write that. Sorry if this is in the way here, but I have to put that up there because I have people who steal my videos and try to make money off of them. So anyway, long story, not getting into all that. Just conjures up bad attitude. Okay, that's what happens when you're out here on the internet. You never know who's going to use it. So this would be What we can do now is, since now we have a common denominator, we are going to just add their numerators, rewrite the denominator, and of course this just becomes 1 over x minus 1, and we're done. Okay, so the trick was to factor out this negative here to get both denominators to look the same. Alright, good enough. Moving right along. So think just before you know it, you'll be a mathematician. But you got a few more problems to work. Alright, let's see what I've got here. Looking at my notes, and alright, here's one where the denominators are different. We got 5 over x plus 2 plus 2 over x plus 3. Now in this case you see the denominators are different, so we have to get a common denominator, and we are going to do that. Okay, I'm just looking at my notes here. Alright, we're going to do that by multiplying, let's see, x plus 3 over x plus 3, and rewriting 5 times x plus 2 plus 2 over x plus 3. Now on this side here we're going to write x plus 2 and x plus 2 again. Okay, so as you can see, this x plus 3 we wrote it over here, and this x plus 2 we wrote it on this side over here now. Well, what we have now is 5, and I'm going to bring this 5 to this side over here, x plus 3 plus 2 times x plus 2, and we have x plus 3 times x plus 2, x plus 3 times x plus 2. So you see we have a common denominator. So I'm going to write that common denominator down here. Alright, so let's multiply, simplify this stuff, distribute the 5 across, so this is 5x plus 15 plus 2x plus 4, and I think I'll just leave it in the factored form. Instead of multiplying this stuff out down here, you should know how to multiply these two together at this point in your math career. So 5x and 2x is going to be 7x plus, and 15 plus 4 is 19 over x plus 3 times x plus 2. Alright, and we'll just leave it like that. It's good enough. Okay, what about what about not forgetting to do that? 2x squared over 2x plus 3 minus x plus 6 over 2x plus 3. I already worked this problem. I don't know. I don't think I have, but we have a common denominator, so we can just rewrite the numerators. So 2x squared minus, I'm going to start a parentheses here, and the reason for that is because of this minus sign here. It's something that sometimes students just forget to do, and that is distribute this minus across. Alright. So now we have 2x squared So we distribute the negative and we get negative x minus 6. And of course that's all over 2x plus 3. Now we're not finished, because you have to look at this up here and say, okay, can that factor? So let's take a look at this. The only possibilities is we'd have to have a 2x and an x here. And I'm just going to tell you that that's a 3 here and a 2 here, okay? So these are factors of 6. I mean, it's either going to be a 1 and a 6 or a 3 and a 2 or a 2 and a 3 or whatever. But this is what we got going on. This is a plus and a minus. Now if you were to multiply this back out, you'd have 2x. This would be 2x squared minus 4x plus 3x is a negative x. And then 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. Alright. Over 2x plus 3. Now, as you can see here, we're going to be able to cancel the 2x plus 3's out because we got one in the numerator and one in the denominator. So we're looking at this whole thing simplifying down to x plus 2. Or I'm sorry, that's x minus 2. Right, x minus 2. Okay, so let's get another one going here. What about not forgetting to do that? Oh my gosh. 8 over, let's see, 5x plus 3 over 2y. So maybe you should pause the video, try to get the answer to this, and then come back. Alright, so pause it, try working it out. Alright, well, we're going to need a common denominator here, so I'm going to write 2y over 2y times 8 over 5x plus 3 over 2y, and I'm going to have to write 5x over 5x. So you see 5x over 5x and then 2y over 2y. So now we have a common denominator, and this is going to end up being 16y over 10yx plus 15x over 10yx. So we have common denominator now, and we can add the numerators. So 16y, okay, well, those aren't like terms, so there's nothing we can do there other than write that over 10yx. And there's not a number that goes into all three of these, so right, nothing, 2, no, 3 5s, yeah, it's not going to work out. So this is our final answer. It has all been reduced down to 16y plus 15x over 10yx. Good enough. Okay, what about ax plus b over 3y? So we have to get a common denominator, right? And that means we're going to have to multiply this side by 3y over 3y. That's a over x plus b over 3y. And so we'd have to multiply this side by x over x. Alright. So now we can say that we have 3y a. Yeah, I'm not going to rewrite all that. So plus, I'm just adding the numerators now. Bx over 3yx. And it looks like that's as far as we can go on that. Nothing we can cancel, factor, or anything like that out. So that's it. Okay, I got a couple more I think, and I'll finish up this section. Let's start with, let's see, 2 over x plus 1 plus, let's say, 3. Alright, so we must consider that this is like 3 over 1 right here, and we need to get a common denominator. Well, in order to do that, well, I'll just tell you, it's real easy to do. We are going to write, so I'm just going to put a 1 right here. How's that? Hope that doesn't confuse you. But I'm going to write an x plus 1 over x plus 1 here. Whoa, I said 1 and I wrote a 3. Okay, let's write a 1. There we go. My goodness. Now, we got a common denominator, and so I'm going to rewrite this 2 over x plus 1 plus 3 times x plus 1, and that's over x plus 1. So you see we have a common denominator, and so we just add the numerators now. And so this becomes 2 plus 3 times x plus 1 over x plus 1. And we can distribute, I think instead of writing it out to the side there, I'll just continue down. So 2 plus, distribute this 3, so we have 3x plus 3, because 3 times 1 is 3, over x plus 1. I think I'll write it now over here. Collecting like terms up here in the numerator, we end up with 3x plus 5, and that's over x plus 1. That's as far as we can go with that. Right, I think this will probably be the last one for this section. Oh man, I always forget. 3x plus 1. Didn't we just write a 3x plus 1? I don't know, maybe not. Over x plus 3 minus x minus 4 over 3x minus 4. Alright, so we want to get a common denominator. So we want to write x plus 3 on this side and 3x minus 4 over here on this side. So 3x minus 4 over 3x minus 4 times 3x plus 1 over x plus 3 minus x minus 4 over 3x minus 4 times, and then we're going to write this x plus 3 here, over here, x plus 3 over x plus 3. Now we have a common denominator, so we end up with 3x minus 4 times 3x plus 1 minus x minus 4 times x plus 3, and that's going to be all over 3x minus 4 times x plus 3. Okay, and then of course you're going to multiply these two things out. We end up with 9x squared plus 3x minus 12x. That would be this negative 4 times 3 minus 4 minus, and I'm going to do a bracket here, x times x is x squared plus 3x minus 4x minus 12. Alright, and And let's see here. I guess I really do need to rewrite the denominator. And I'm going to leave it in its factored form there. 3x minus 4 times x plus 3. But boy, we need to clean this stuff up. This looks like a mess up here. We have, let's just try to do something here. We've got 9x squared. We got a 3x minus a 12x. That's going to be negative 9x minus 4. We want to, I don't know, we're going to take small steps at a time here. X squared, we got 3x minus 4x. That's going to be a negative x. Then minus 12. Alright, and of course that's still all over. We're not going to do anything with this bottom part. Leave it like it is. But we need to clean up that numerator. That's just a big mess. We've got, if I distribute this negative across, we'd have a negative x squared. And so we'd have a 9x squared minus x squared. So that's going to give us an 8x squared. I distribute the minus across here, that's a plus x. We have a negative 9x plus x, that'd be a negative 8x. Distributing the negative across here, that's a positive 12. We'd have a minus 4. And 12 minus 4 is a plus 8, right? 12 minus 4, yeah, is 8. And that's all over 3x minus 4 over x plus 3. Alright, and we're not going to multiply this out down here in the bottom. You can do that if you want. You could factor an 8 out if you cared, but other than that, that's where we're going to end this, and I think I'm going to, that'll be my last problem for this section here. If you want any more problems worked, you can always send me a message in my inbox in my YouTube channel and say, listen, I want some more problems worked, and I'll even put some money in your tip hat. Oh, let's see. Here's a hat. Just let everybody know. You know, I got advertisement on partner sharing or whatever they call it. This is a terrible hat. Yeah, money, let's see, coin goes in here in the hat. That's a coin. We'll put a dollar sign on it. And that dollar sign is S, and S stands for the Spanish. I don't know if anybody actually knows that or not, but I learned that on the History Channel, that the dollar sign, okay, this actually comes off of a Spanish coin, and these two lines right here are actually columns in front of a building that comes off of a Spanish coin, and S stands for Spanish. I don't know how many years I've gone now and didn't know that. I thought that was interesting. Anyway, okay, well, I guess you'll probably want to move on to the next section. I'm not even sure what the name of it is. And also, you want to check out my website, because that's where you can actually work the exercises that I have spent time learning JavaScript and wrote those in JavaScript. Really nice programming language to run things right there in the web page without having to download a thing. Anyway, alright, well, good luck, and get your pen and pencil out, pen, pencil, paper, and get busy, because that's the only way you can learn math, is getting busy with it. I think I need a little something right there, shows inside of the hat. Well, it's not a very good hat. Anyway, tip jar. Okay, thank you.